So welcome you all. Today we're going to discuss about the calibration on load cell. Calibration on a load cell. So we're going to conduct the experiment regarding the calibration of load cell. First we're going to see the aim of this equipment. The main aim of this equipment is to calibrate the given load cell. So for the apparatuses, what we require is about the load cell and the digital strain indicator and weights. The strain is nothing but when you apply the load, what is the deflection is going to be takes on that we need to identify by the digital strain indicator. This is the experimental setup where you can able to see the load cell experiment setup and the load cell strain gauge bridges. This is the experimental setup is required to do this particular load cell experiment. So first what we need to do is nothing but an initial setup. Initially we need to see that we need to adjust the load cell indicator to 0 position. So initially we need to adjust that load cell indicator for the 0 position and wait for the equipment to get stabilized before performing the experiment. See, there will be some fluctuation or there will be some errors. So in order to that we need to be wait for the equipment to get stabilized, that is to wait for a 0 position before starting the experiment. Now we'll see the what is the procedure to conduct this load cell experiment. One is the first thing is you must switch on the equipment and wait for a minute for it to stabilize. We need to wait for a minute to get the machine for an stabilize. Next one is adjust the load indicator to show the 0 for no load condition. So we need to adjust the indicator for a zero position for an no load condition. Next we need to place a standard weight of 1 kg. First we need to put in a weight of 1 kg and we need to take the reading from digital load indicator for a weight of 1 kg. And next step is to again we need to place a weight of 2 kgs and we need to take the corresponding indicated load. So similarly we'll go for up to 6 kgs. So 6 readings we need to take with the corresponding of an indicated load. And next we need to tabulate that results and we need to plot the graphs, and finally we need to find the actual unknown weight from the graph and we need to slowly unload the weight from the load cell. This is how we going to see the procedure or how we going to follow the to find out the experiment on load cell. So now we're going to see the observation. So observation first one is first we need to see the maximum range of load cell, least count of the load cell we need to identify, we need to note down, and the incremental of load, how much we are going to incremental of the load. First thing where you can able to see the serial number what is required and the actual reading, that is what we take a notation as array, what is the actual reading, reading we're going to, and the measured reading what we're going to identify, and what is the error and what is the percentage of error we're going to get this. Next, we need to calculate the specimen calculation, that is RA is nothing but an actual reading, RM is nothing but that is what the indicator reading we are going to get, and the error RM is that is what we are going to get and we are going to indicate in the percentage. Next, we need to plot the graphs on x-axis and y-axis, that is actual reading versus measured reading and actual reading versus percentage of error in order to plot the graph, and we need to find the calculations. So the remaining thing we are going to see in the experimental setup.
Load cell. So these are one of the experiment in the metrology and measurement lab. So the main thing of this load cell is to calibrate with the given load cell indicator. You can see the aim of this experiment is to calibrate the load cell indicator with the given weights. You can able to see this is a standard weights. So by using this standard weights, we are going to calibrate the load cell. So why the calibration is required? The main thing of the any equipment is if you are using continuously, so there is a errors will be occurring, because whether it due to the material or due to the temperature or due to the any other reasons, so the weight or the calibration of the material or the equipment is required. So how we going to calibrate that? So we are going to compare with the, you can able to see these are the dead weights, you can able to see all the weights of each of 1 kg. So I am going to compare the 1 kg of weight with the load cell indicator. So the main aim of this experiment is to compare the weight with the load cell indicator. So what are the things we are required is, one we required a load sensor. You can able to see this is a setup of a load sensor and these are the load cell indicator. So by using this load cell indicator and load cell sensor setup, we are going to calibrate or we are going to compare the between the actual weight and what is the, whether we are getting a calibration is required for this equipment or whether the actual reading is showing with the same equal weight, what we are going to use the weights for this to calibrate. So initially first we are going to take for the 5 readings. So we are going to compare with the 5 kgs of weight. So initially what we are going to do is, so the sensor has been connected to this load cell indicator. Now it has been set to the 0 position. You can able to see this is we have been set for in a 0 position. Now what I am going to do is, I am just going to apply the 1 kg of load on the load cell sensor. Now this is the actual weight of 1 kg. Now I am comparing this actual weight of 1 kg in the load cell indicator. Now the load cell indicator is showing around 1.1 kg. Now 1.1 kg means that is nothing but again the load cell indicator is showing that actual weight of 1 kg to 1.1. 1.1 means nothing but 0.1 kg is variation we are getting, means around 10% of variation we are getting. That is means this equipment is required in a calibration. Similarly, I will go for a second trial. Second trial is, now I applied in a load of 2 kg and you can able to see that difference of 2.3, means for a 2 kg it's showing as around 30% of error. Similarly, I will go for a 3 kg. So now we can able to see this is all 3, means it's showing around a 3.5. So it is the percentage of error. Similarly, I am going for a 4 kg. So you can able to see the calibration is required for this equipment because it is the error percentage is showing. So similarly, now I am going to get, I am showing for a 5 kg. So when I applied in a 5 kgs of load, so you can able to see it's showing around a 5.8 to 9 kgs. So means around 0.9 kgs of difference we are getting when we compared with an actual reading with the load cell indicator. So this indicates what means, so when I compare with the standard weight to the load cell indicator, so the load cell indicator equipment required a calibration. Why it is required a calibration? Because when I comparing with the actual weight, it is not showing the exact weight. If it have been shown with the exact 5 kgs when I applied a 5 kgs, means automatically the equipment is correct and no need of a calibration is required. Now coming to the calculation part. So first thing one is we required just a small tabular column. One is standard weight, what we are going to apply the standard weight, and then a standard weight we are converting to the Newton. Then we are taking the indicating reading which is we are going to get from the load cell indicator. Then we are calculating the percentage of error. Based on that percentage of error, we are going to plot the graph for the what the values we have got. So this is how we are going to calibrate the equipment, that is load cell equipment, with the actual weights. Thank you.